Hey everybody, today I'm so excited because I get to interview the newly crowned Miss Universe Bahamas 2021, Chantel O'Brian. I have been following her journey since the first time she competed in the Bahamian national pageantry, and I've seen her growth, her evolution into this beautiful, amazing young woman. So I can't wait to chat with her. And we're just waiting for her to enter the chat room. Okay, I think I see her entering the room. Let us admit her. Hey.
Hello. Hi.
Hey, girl. You look fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All for you.
Okay, so in your honor, I am wearing this Atlantis Paradise Island t-shirt, which I bought the first time I judged Miss Universe Bahamas in 2013. So I'm wearing this just for you. Well, the color has faded, of course, during time, but let me show you. Okay, let me see, hold on a second, because, okay, can you see?
Yes.
Okay, so
Oh,
this
wow.
is, yeah, this is, see how bright orange the t-shirt was back then? This was like, what, 8 years ago? And I was
Yeah.
standing by the pool in Paradise Island. So I thought, I was like, okay, I have to wear this to honor Chantel.
Yes. I love that so much.
Thank you. Now, before we start the interview, let's backtrack to the moment that you were crowned Miss Bahamas Universe 2021. How does it feel like?
Whew. It was definitely, when I look at the playback, it was a lot of raw emotion for sure,
Mhm.
because I think that everything that I had been doing just from the course of the past couple of years just allowed me to be in that moment. And so it was just a moment of relief, gratitude. And I mean, just being able to be back on the stage, definitely humility, because so much people were rooting for me. They all wanted it for me. And so I'm so happy.
Mhm. That's wonderful. How is your mother? How did you take it?
She was the life of the party. Okay. She was so excited. We definitely had an emotional moment after crowning because we've just been through so much. She's been
Mhm.
sacrificing so much for me and supporting my dreams. And, you know, she's just elated. She's
Mhm.
elated. She's just like me. It's like, wow, we're here. We've done it. And now it's just about moving forward and making the best of things.
Well, you've had quite a journey in pageantry from the moment you were you entered Miss Universe Bahamas 2013, and you didn't do very well. You were only 19 years old, and you placed first runner-up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I might have a picture from from your
Listen, when I
from your
tell people about that first year, I'm like, oh, child, that's the judges.
yeah, so let's start. Okay, so this one, do you remember this picture?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so there were one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. There were seven girls, seven stunning, fabulous, beautiful young women that competed in 2013 for the Miss Universe Bahamas crown. And there you are, the very first girl, and you were
Mhm.
standing proud, very graceful, very elegant. And then you had long hair back then. Okay,
Mhm.
so I remember this moment vividly. And then, of course, do you remember this?
I do remember that.
Yeah. So from the left
Being on
was,
cloud nine.
I know, right? And of course, you were there on the right side. You were first runner up, and then you were next to Miss Universe Bahamas 2013 Lexi Wilson, and Celeste Marshall was the 2012 winner, and Plavette, I believe Darville was the second runner up. So that was your
Yeah.
first pageant experience, and then followed by Miss World Bahamas
Yes.
2015. I love this headshot by Fadil Barisha. Nobody can beat Fadil in terms of uh,
The
glam
deal
headshots.
is
Yeah. So, do you prefer your short hair now?
I absolutely do prefer my short hair. I've done the chop a few times actually,
Yeah.
but it just really is a testament to just my evolution as a woman, kind
Right.
of just being free. And I
Yeah.
love that.
I actually love your short hair because I think for me, it speaks chic, it speaks fashionable, stylish, and also you stood out. You stood out, from the stage altogether with your short hair. So keep it that way. I love it. All right, so let's scroll down further, and then of course your stunning red dress that you wore.
Rose Bahamas 2015.
It was 2015. And I love this mermaid cut. I really do, because it really complements your figure and all. So I love it. And of course, you were declared Miss World Bahamas 2015 with Miss Universe Bahamas 2015 Toria Penn and Miss Earth Bahamas 2015 Daronique Young. Are you girls still in contact with each other?
Yes, yes, we
Or
are. It's fantastic to see what they're up to. They're just continuing to blossom and flourish, and
yeah,
we definitely do still stay in touch.
yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I mean that's what sisterhood is all about. So I'm glad you guys are staying in touch with each other. So just to give our critical beauty salon viewers, some perspective about Chantel's journey from pageantry from first one up and now the newly crowned Miss Bahamas Universe 2021. Of course, I know you because I've been following you. Okay, but to those people out there who have never heard of you or who know very little of you, please introduce yourself to them.
Absolutely. To the world
To
and
the
to the
world.
universe. Chantel O'Brian, Miss Bahamas Universe 2021. I'm really proud about this title because it really means to me just a lot of my experiences. My platform is youth development. It's something that I'm passionate about. I've dedicated several years of my life towards it. And it's something that really is a lifestyle for me. And so I've been able to co-found different organizations, other community efforts, especially being that the Bahamas has always been threatened by storms such as Hurricane Dorian. I've always found a need to be able to give back. And so you are looking at a very much so community-minded person. I am in love with different types of movies, but horrors specifically. And something that people never, well, they always are surprised about it is that I have never seen Lion King. And I think it's just the sentimentalist in me. I just do not want to cry. So I feel like the story behind it is just gonna have me bawling in tears. I'm naturally a crybaby, so from my reaction, you can see that I was just deeply touched by being able to win and find victory there that night. I'm extremely passionate about coaching. I'm a pageant, runway, and etiquette coach. And honestly and truly, I didn't know that I was going to compete again. And so being a pageant runway coach felt like I was in the right space. And I still feel that I am in the right space, being able to contribute to the success of different young women, as well as young men who are looking to better themselves and really find their deportment skills to be extremely important to them. And that's some things that you would know about me. I hold a BA in Business and Enterprise at Edinburgh Napier University. I'm extremely proud about that because it's been a long time coming. I had a lot of challenges because of finances. And so to be able to be a first time and first generation college graduate in my family, that makes me very proud. And also a first time and first generation business owner, that makes me extremely proud. And that's what makes me even more happy about women empowerment. And that's why I think that I align so perfectly and even so with Confidently Beautiful.
That's amazing. You know what? if anyone out there is looking for an outstanding pageant coach and mentor in the Bahamas or anywhere else in the world, please contact Chantel. Girl, let's talk, okay? Every time you upload one of your walking videos, I was just like blown away because and whatever you teach your students, you actually practice it yourself 100%. And it showed during your amazing performance at Miss Bahamas Universe pageant. And your turns are very calculated. You know exactly where to put your hands. You know exactly when to look at the audience and the judges. You have an amazing stage projection, and keep that. I think you will blow the judges away
I
in Miss
appreciate you
Universe.
saying that, Rafa.
It's just amazing. So people out there, if you're looking for an amazing, outstanding pageant coach and mentor, please contact Chantel. She has, I definitely recommend her very highly. Now, since you won Miss Bahamas Universe, of course, your number of followers on Instagram and your social media has increased as well. So which means you have created so many friends and fans and followers as well. Of course, you can't be friends with 10,700 people all at the same time, but you have many friends. How would your friends or your family describe you in 3 adjectives? Like, who is Chantel in 3 adjectives?
They would say that she's goofy. That's a side that people normally won't see. But to my close friends, they would say that I'm goofy and fun alongside that. They would say that I'm determined. You know, I go after things regardless. If I get a no, maybe I just need to come back and try again, which has kind of been my story, giving myself time to evolve. And they would say that she's enterprising. I've learned that in order to move forward, that you have to be able to pivot and not break. And that's something that I pride myself in.
That's amazing. I think goofy, determined, and enterprising, all 3 qualities necessary to become Miss Universe. So girl, you all have those wonderful qualities. Awesome. Well, from being a pageant and also you're also an etiquette coach. What is the most challenging aspect of your job as a pageant and etiquette coach?
I have found with my job that it's not really a job. It feels so good to be able to wake up every morning and do it. So I don't think that if there's been anything challenging towards it per se. I think that for me is being able to serve a niche market in the Bahamas, mostly because pageantry is still a growing, entity here. And so being able to find people who are as equally passionate about their young girls and their daughters, their sisters, being able to be a part of pageantry and use it as an empowerment tool, I think that's been the most challenging, if anything. But I feel that even with small steps, we are progressing more and more. And that's something that I appreciate.
That's wonderful. Usually there's always somebody that's paving the way for, for pageantry. I think in your case, you belong to this new generation of beauty queens who actually are ready to really empower, women to compete in pageants, because there's still so many negative stereotypes about pageantry. And I think you feel obligated to educate the world about the benefits and advantages of competing in a pageant. That's wonderful. Now, I know you're a normal girl, Chantel, if you don't have your crown or your sash off your body. Tell me, girl, what do you like to do for fun?
What do I like to do for fun? I'm really down to earth. I'm naturally a homebody. Even though I like adventures, I'm naturally a homebody. I like to kick my feet up, watch a ton of movies, and I love to read. So one of my favorite books to date right now is The Gospel Comes with the Key, the House Key, is by Rosaria Butterfield. And it basically just talks about being hospitable to all people, regardless of their differences, backgrounds. And I think that that's really important coming from the beautiful Bahamas, where we are known for our hospitality and our friendliness. And I think that that's just been an addition to some of the things that I've added as a person and as a person of character. Other than that, I enjoy runway choreography. So a lot of people might be able to check out my Instagram and see that I pair runway techniques with music. And because of that, one of my dreams outside of winning Miss Universe is to collaborate with Rihanna on one of her shows and just be able to kind of put that together because she's so amazing.
She is.
And I really relate to her being a small island girl.
Mm-hmm. Now, what is your definition of beauty?
My definition of beauty, I think that growing up, being someone who was bullied and teased, I think people realize later on that, okay, she's kind of cute. But I think as a teen, you know, it's very hard for people to see you for yourself and not just for your outer appearance, but really for, you know, what you have inside of you. So for me, beauty is just being able to resonate with people from the inside out. I think that that's important because you can have the most beautiful face and figure, but it's all about how you make people feel. And so I think beauty has a lot to do with just how you are able to leave the room. After you've been there, how did you influence it? Are people happier? Do they feel empowered? Do they feel inspired? Do they feel motivated? And so that's something that I aim to do, whether I have a mask on, considering that we're in a pandemic, or if I'm able to, you know, show my face completely. I think it's important to be able to show people my heart first and foremost.
How do you deal with online bullies, trolls, and haters? I mean, frankly, I hate them, but how do you deal with them?
So I haven't had any encounters with any bullies as yet. I'm pretty sure it'll probably come, but I think that it's important to take control of your narrative. I don't feed into it as someone who has been bullied in the past, and sometimes it hurts your feelings. You do question certain things that people might point out about you that are negative. But for me, I've grown up to realize that I just do not make certain things my narrative. I would most rather just delete a comment or pay that person with kindness, because a lot of times people who do find themselves bullying or being mean is really an internal thing. And so sometimes they just need someone to speak life into them. And so if I have to result into commenting, it'll always be with love.
You know what? I think that's a great response, because I think part of being an etiquette coach is to help people change their ways to make them like better people. Again, it boils down to being kind towards others. Like the golden rule, people, be love. What is that golden rule? Be kind to do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Yes.
There you go. That's wonderful. Now, here's an interesting question. If you could have a fictional superhero for a best friend, who would it be and why?
A fictional superhero. So many come to mind, but you're probably going to laugh at this. Rafa, I believe that I would make an amazing, trust me, I believe that I would make an amazing Catwoman. And, she doesn't get a lot of hype, but if I could have a superhero best friend, it would probably be Catwoman, Halle Berry specifically.
Yeah.
She would basically mentor me and train me into taking up her mantle. I think that would be amazing.
Well, I love Catwoman, but I'm kind of biased because I think the best Catwoman role was played by the original Catwoman, Eartha Kitt.
She did play that role very, very well. You are absolutely correct about that.
I mean, Halle Berry, I love you, but I think that role was actually meant for Eartha Kitt. Ba-dum-bum. No, just kidding. But you know what? I think you do have cat-like qualities. I think your eyes, I love your eyes because they're very feline. They're very cat-like. And girl, those high cheekbones, I just want to pinch them.
Thank you.
Okay, so name, of course, beauty pageants will not exist without makeup products. Now, name 3 makeup products that you cannot do without, that you have to have them, all 3 of them.
All 3 of them. I cannot move forward in life without lip gloss. Not lipstick, lip gloss. Okay. It has to be extremely glossy because I'm the type, I'm like this all the time.
Right.
So I need lip gloss all the time,
Uh,
mascara for sure, definitely mascara, and to highlight these cheekbones, bronzer.
of course, of course, of course. Now, if you don't have a regular lip gloss, do you find yourself using like Vaseline for your lips?
No, I
No?
probably just lean more towards chapstick or
Chapstick.
something that
Okay.
still has a little grease to it. But Vaseline sometimes tends to dry me out more than it actually helps me. So I
Okay.
probably go more towards a chapstick. Yeah.
Okay. What job would you be terrible at?
Hmm.
I mean,
I think if I was a
we all know
person,
you're perfect and all, but but you know,
I'm
but
not, I'm not, I'm not. But I think I'd be really bad at being a personal assistant. And I figured that out this week because I've just been putting myself together, trying to organize, get used to this new schedule. And I think that I would do horribly as a personal assistant.
well, I think
Making
you
sure someone else's calendar makes sense and their schedule is, in sync. That's a lot of pressure.
it is a lot of pressure, but you know what? One of these days, when you become rich and famous, you will need a good personal assistant, I think.
Yes.
Mhm. Me. I'm just kidding. Now, um, name three things that you would never do.
Three things that I would never do. That's a good question. It was actually a pretty tough question for me. Three things that I would never do. I would never hold a snake. I have a snake phobia. They terrify me, so I probably never hold a snake. Two other things. Hmm. I probably never go skydiving.
Okay.
I don't think I have the heart. I
Okay.
think because I've done roller coasters before, and to my friends, they're not very scary, but for me, it's like all of my edges gone every single time. So I wouldn't fool with that.
Okay.
And one last something that I would never do. Hmm. I don't know. Something that I would never
What
do.
about, is there food that you would never eat?
I'm pretty open to foods. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
But oh, so I did it before, but I'll never do it again. The cinnamon challenge.
Okay.
Horrible.
How much cinnamon did you
Horrible.
take?
Too much. Because as soon as it went here, I was completely dried out and I thought that was it for me. So I probably never do that again. Cinnamon
Honey,
challenge.
save that cinnamon for your cinnamon bun, okay? Now, um, on a serious note, how has the coronavirus pandemic challenged you?
I think it just challenged me to remain motivated. I think for a lot of people that had to be subjugated to quarantine and not be able to do a lot of what they wanted to do or what they've come so used to doing, it's been difficult. And for me, being a business owner, serving a niche market, I've definitely had challenges with my business, being able to have that as a stream of income because I take care of my mom, I take care of so many other responsibilities. And so that paired with the fact that last year we were evicted, it's been difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you, Rafa, it's been very ghetto.
Mhm.
It has. It's
Yeah.
been hard, it's been difficult, but I think that it's still pushed me to be the best version of myself because you are challenged to continue to push forward because you inspire so many other people. And so for someone that's starting out a business and it just isn't working out as yet, my message to them is just to continue pushing, just remain consistent in your beliefs, consistent in your talent and capabilities, because just because your business isn't fruitful as yet, it doesn't change how good you are at what you do. And so I had to be reminded of that.
That's amazing. That's a wonderful perspective. Yeah, that's great. Um, in some countries, it is now mandatory for everyone to be vaccinated. However, in America, where I live, there is a growing protest against mandatory vaccination. Do you think that everyone should be forced to take the vaccine?
So I want to start by saying that I am vaccinated, but I don't think that vaccination should be mandated. I think that it should be a personal choice. Obviously, I absolutely believe in protecting ourselves and protecting each other, but I also believe in freedom, and the act of free will. And so I think that persons who aren't vaccinated, they can consider all sides, what's most beneficial to them, to their family members. For me, I consider the fact that, my mom, she's getting older in age. She would say the same thing about me, but she's getting older in age, and I wanted to be able to protect her and protect myself. And that's the reason why I decided to do it. But being forced to do something, I don't know if it helps to have that same conviction and knowing that, I was able to just make this decision on my own, and it's one of the best decisions that I've ever made. So no, I don't think that it should be mandated, but I think that all persons should consider it at minimum.
That's great. Now, if you became the Prime Minister of the Bahamas, what would be the first thing you would do in office?
That's such a good question, because there's so many different things that I'd want to do. But I think towards more so youth development, something that I've always wanted to see take place is being able to have a mandatory skill that you pick up. So obviously you learn the different subjects in mathematics and English and things like that. But I think being able to be mandated to taking up a life skill like plumbing, or something else that really contributes to further along the line, the economy, persons being able to start that small businesses, especially as an entrepreneur myself. So that's probably something that I would say, let's table it. Let's have young people, if it's something that they are passionate about or something that they might have some keen interest in, let's make that mandatory so that when they graduate high school, they don't have to decide to go straight into a corporate workplace or wherever have you. They'll have something on the side while they work towards whatever else they're excited for.
That's great. Are you tempted at all to run for politics someday?
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. But I'm very proud because this year during our elections, we had 7 women enter parliament, and 2 of which are former beauty queens. And that's so inspiring. I think that a lot of young girls are able to look up and see, wow, I can do that as well. And so I think that it's only 7. I think that in the future, we're going to see so much more women leadership, and I'm excited about that.
That's great. Now, if a potential employer were to look into your social media account, what would they learn about you?
They would learn that I'm really good at a T-stance, because that's probably me in most every photo.
Okay.
And they would learn that I'm a person of great faith. I try to share my faith on social media to encourage others to continue to push forward. And I think that's really one of my anthems, just being able to rise above your circumstances. That's important to me. And I think one last thing they'll see is that I find great joy in the empowerment of other women. And so being able to work in my profession, yes, I've worked with guys, but just being able to work with young girls and women, their best selves to their society, to the community, to the world, that is something that I'll never get enough of it.
What was your most embarrassing moment and how did you handle it?
Rafa. So many to choose from.
The most significant one, the most memorable.
The most memorable one was I was in the 11th grade, and I had been asked to sing a solo for the 12th graders' graduation. And if I remember correctly, it was a song, it was like a Disney song. I think it was Mulan.
Oh, okay.
And I started out pretty strong, I started it out, but I started to forget the words to the song, like mid sing. And to redeem myself, I just started like repeating the first line over and over and over again. And I'm looking out at the crowd, and thankfully no one booed me, but they're just like, is this how the song goes? Or is this like a remix? Like, what's happening? And that I will never forget, because it was just in front of basically the entire school, people that came to support the graduates and families from across the country. So I'll never forget that. That was embarrassing.
Now, if you woke up tomorrow and gained any one ability or quality, what would you want it to be?
I would say probably fly. And I say that because I love traveling.
Okay.
Yeah, I love traveling, but I hate the process of traveling.
Yeah.
Checking in the bags, going to the day, sitting and waiting. Right. Hate it. But I love being able to go to different places. And so if I was able to just fly to where I needed to get to, that would be really cool.
That's great. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, me too. I want to fly as well. So you don't have to worry about vaccine passports and all that stuff, right? You can fly. Now, is there a part of your body that you like the least and you like the most?
I've come to really love my body. But I think if you had asked younger Chantel, she would tell you she's not a big fan of her lips, because I felt like maybe because I hadn't grown much into my head as yet, I felt like my lips were so big. And so I wasn't excited as a young girl having, big lips. And then I didn't really see any greatness in my eyes or anything like that. So if you would ask younger Chantel, she would tell you, yeah, there's a few things I definitely don't like. But since then, I've grown to just love every inch of me. And I think what I love even more about my body is that I'm able to change it to look however I want it to look. And I think that a lot of people should look at it from that perspective. You have control of your body. You can make it do whatever you want it to do because it's yours.
Exactly. Now, would you ever consider cosmetic surgery someday?
I wouldn't consider cosmetic surgery. I always thought that, I could use a little bit more of a extra cup, right? But I've been managing pretty well. So I probably wouldn't consider it, but I know that especially in pageantry, it's not uncommon. And I think that for anyone that decides to do it because they feel like it just is better for them, it's at their best interest, I think that we should respect that for sure.
Good answer. Now, here's another interesting question. If you were a dictator of a small country, what crazy law would you want people to follow? A crazy, crazy law. Remember, you're a dictator. You're not a prime minister.
Crazy law.
You are a dictator.
And it has to be really crazy. It can be ridiculous.
It could be ridiculous.
And it can be ridiculous.
Yes.
Okay. I would say that every single citizen must, at least once a week, purchase Kentucky Fried Chicken. Because I love Kentucky Fried Chicken. I know.
That is like one of the most unhealthiest food in the world, Chantel.
I know. And guess what? I've definitely had to lay off of it, considering I need to get the body ready in time.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right. Now, is there one habit of yours that is annoying to some people?
I think one habit, if you're like in my vicinity, I always have to have the fan on me. And some people don't like having the fan on them. And so it doesn't matter how cold or hot it is, the fan just has to be on me because I automatically feel hot. I would sit down and say, does anybody feel warm? is it just me? And it's like, yeah, Chantel, it really is just you.
Now, how much do you judge a person by their appearance?
I don't even try. And that's not even just from a pageant perspective, but I've had some experience in sales. And you meet so many different people that you can come up with some preconceived idea of them, or just looking, just the way that they're dressed or whatever have you. And then when you get to know them, it's someone completely different. They have a background that you never expect. And so I don't judge persons on their appearance. I want to be judged on my appearance. I want you to be able to have a conversation with me and get to know me a little bit more, see what I'm about, and then make your judgments after.
That's wonderful. Well, I like to judge people because I'm superficial. Okay. Just kidding. It happens. Now, what is something that you have not told anyone?
That's a good question. Something that I've never told anyone. That's a really good question, Rafa. And I thought about that question for a long time. And I feel like because I'm such an open book, I'm very transparent. It's very difficult for me to think of something that I've just never told anyone.
Mm-hmm. Do you have 11 fingers, maybe?
No, all 10. 10.
Is that
That's
question,
definitely a thing.
that question can come up at Miss Universe.
Yeah,
So you
I
have
definitely have to think about that.
Yeah, you have 2 months to do it, baby.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay, here's one.
That's a really good question.
If you could teach everyone in the world one concept, what concept would have the biggest positive impact on humanity?
I would teach them that youth are not the future. They are the change we need right now for the present. And I think that if persons understood that, especially those in authority, we would see so much more young people be able to flourish and have different access to education. We're now fully digital now that the pandemic has happened. And so there's parts of the world where persons still do not have access to electronics to be able to continue their education. And so if we look at that, we can't say that they're the future if they're not being serviced right now and taken care of right now. And so I would say that youth are the change that we need right now. We need to employ them and have them just basically fostered into our socio-economic and political fabric, because they're going to be a great change that we want to see in our countries and around the world.
And you know what? It's interesting because after I upload this video, hopefully there young Bahamians or anybody who's younger than you and I will look at you and look up to you as a role model, because that's who you are. I think beauty queens serve a very important role as far as inspiring young people. And I think you have become one amazing role model for them. So that's great, Woo-hoo!
Thank you.
Okay, enough of serious questioning. Let's play some games, Chantel. Let's play some games. Game number 1 is called This or That. So I say 2 things and you tell me which one you like. Coffee or tea, baby?
Coffee.
Coffee. Okay. Now, do you put anything in your coffee?
So I do like adding the vanilla flavor to my coffee. It makes me feel, I don't know, pretty warm.
Okay, good. Peanut butter cookie or oatmeal cookie?
Oatmeal cookies. I've always loved oatmeal.
Okay. One-piece swimsuit or bikini?
Hmm. I do really love a good one piece because not all one pieces are that cute. But
Right.
if you get like a really nicely cut one piece, you can really slay. So I'll say a one piece.
Okay. Mercedes-Benz or BMW?
To be honest, I'll take either, but I probably go with Mercedes.
Yeah, Mercedes is the best because I drive one, so that's great. iPhone or Samsung?
I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, but I love my Samsung. I'm an Android user.
Okay, good. A real book or a digital book?
I like to be able to flip pages. So yeah, I definitely want to have the book in my hand.
Good, good. Me too. Money or love, baby?
I'm such a hopeless romantic. Love.
Love. Okay. Love.
Love.
All right. Everybody needs love anyway. That's good. Game number two. Game number two. Your favorites. What is your favorite food besides Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Besides that, I really would say, I really don't mind anything fried. I do like fried plantains.
Okay. I love plantains. They're
Yeah,
very
fried
healthy.
plantains.
Yeah.
Locally, if you are able to get some crab conch, peas and rice, macaroni coleslaw, yes, so
Very good.
good.
And they're all plant-based too, which is even better. Great. What is your favorite non-alcoholic drink?
I really love fruit punch. Anytime
Okay.
I go to a restaurant, I always fruit punch is my first go for. Yeah.
Cool. What is your favorite perfume?
My favorite perfume. I have always loved Marc Jacobs Daisy, and I don't know if it's because I love flowers overall, but I just love that it has a really subtle scent. It's just really nice fragrance.
Okay. What is your favorite fashion accessory?
My favorite fashion accessory. I think that you can always do really good with some nice heels. So no matter what you're wearing, if you have some really cute shoes, you'll get away with it. So probably heels.
Okay. What is your favorite flower?
I love the hibiscus.
Yeah.
Really, more so the red one, but overall, I really love tulips.
Okay. And what is your favorite spice? Cinnamon?
Oh, that was. I will never look at cinnamon the same. You know what? I'm not really big on spicy foods or anything like that, but you can never go wrong with a little cayenne pepper, you know.
That's true.
Yeah,
I love cayenne pepper myself. Yeah. Nice. Game number 3. Would you rather? Would you rather be a famous director or a famous actress?
I would say actress. Yeah. I actually did an acting workshop once just to see if I'd be good at it in New York. Yeah, and it went really good. So if I ever had an opportunity in that area, I'd probably give it a try.
Well, you know what? If you become a really big famous actress, you get to dressed up by all these wonderful fashion designers, walking the red carpet. You know what I mean? So yeah, good.
Yes.
Would you rather live in a cave or live in a treehouse?
Probably a treehouse. I just imagine that every morning would just be really nice. The smell of like nature. Yeah.
Cool. Would you rather eat a bowl of fried grasshoppers or a bowl of bat soup?
Good question. I think that because I normally like fried foods, that I probably go with fried grasshopper.
Okay. Would you rather that your shirts be always 2 sizes too big or 1 size too small?
I can do with either, but I think because I love comfortability, I'd probably go with 2 sizes bigger.
Perfect. Because with a big size shirt, you can always, play with it. You can accessorize it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wonderful. Would you rather go alone to a concert or go alone to dinner?
I really enjoy adventures by myself. I'm not going to lie to you. I've done dinner by myself before. I've never done a concert by myself, so I'd probably pick that. I'd like to try that.
Okay. Would you rather take a vow of celibacy or take a vow of silence, baby?
That was also an interesting question, Rafa. I would say, I guess a vow of celibacy.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we all know that beauty queens can never be silenced.
Exactly. We have a voice that needs to be amplified.
Exactly. Now, would you rather be married to a 10 with a bad personality or a 6 with an amazing personality?
I would say it's so sad that we have numbers. Oh my goodness. But if I had to choose, definitely someone with a great personality over anything else. I mean, why would you want to be with someone who isn't nice or, yeah, definitely a great personality versus anything else.
Yeah, but you know what? If you marry a 10, you being an etiquette coach, you can always teach him how to behave and how to be kind to others, right?
Well, that's true. But some people are stuck in their ways, Rob.
Yeah,
Some
that's true
people are
too.
stuck in their ways.
That's true. Okay. Last game. Give a wrong answer. First question,
Okay.
Chantel. Tell me, please, why do cats meow?
Why do cats meow?
Meow.
They're saying hello.
They're saying hello. Okay, that's a pretty
They're saying
bad
hello.
answer. That's a pretty wrong answer. I'll take it. Next question. Why does the earth revolve around the sun, Chantel? Why?
It's dancing.
It's dancing? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a scientifically wrong answer, so I'll take it. That's good. Chantel, how do you boil rice?
How do you boil rice? That's a good question. I think you should just put it in a pot and let it figure itself out.
Okay, good enough.
Put it in a pot. Yeah.
Chantel, when are you getting married?
The wrong answer, right?
Right.
Tomorrow.
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 Have you already sent out your wedding invitation?
I haven't as yet. I'm going to do so later. Because you didn't get one, right, Rafa?
Yes, you better send me one, girl.
Okay, then.
Tell me, where can you buy a pack of chewing gum? Chewing gum.
Oh, where can you buy a pack of chewing gum? At Olive Garden?
Ooh, yeah, I think they serve it for dessert. Yeah, good. Okay. What happened to Cinderella after the clock struck midnight?
She turned into a pumpkin.
Oh my God, that is a horrible wrong answer. Definitely. Last question, baby girl. Wrong answer. Who will win Miss Universe 2021?
I could only give you the right answer, Rafa.
No,
Miss Bahamas Universe.
I
Chantel
want the wrong
O'Brian.
answer. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Good enough. Good enough. You passed the quiz, baby girl. Listen, it's so nice to meet you again because I think the last time we met was in Atlanta during Miss Universe 2019. Do you remember? Right?
Yes. And you know what? I would have never imagined that things would change so much, actually.
Yeah. So that was
Hadn't anticipated.
Yeah. So I think we met during the Miss Universe National Costume Show. I believe you were sitting 4 rows behind me. And then when I turned around, oh my God, that girl looks familiar. Oh my God, it's Chantel. and then we had like a couple of selfies together and whatnot. So that was fun. That was fun. Now listen, before I let you go, is there a message that you would like to transmit to your fans, to your followers, and to everybody out there in the universe?
Absolutely. I would just like to say thank you so far for your support. It's really humbling. I have great gratitude for that. And for those who are still figuring out whether they want to support Miss Bahamas, I just want you to know that I'm someone who is looking forward to just continuing to push the Bahamas on a local and international level. And don't count us out quite yet. We have some great stuff coming, and I'm only going to give my all at Miss Universe.
That's wonderful. So hopefully Miss Universe organization, if you're watching this show, I think the Bahamas deserves to place this year because there are so many amazing, beautiful, fierce, intelligent, eloquent young women, you know, in that small country. And I'm still surprised as to why the country has not placed in the 50 plus years that it has participated, you know, in Miss Universe. So hopefully Chantel O'Brian will change all that. Okay. Pray to God. Pray to God. Listen. Listen.
Praying for it.
Exactly. I wish you the best of luck, and we shall be in contact with each other. And I can't wait for you to meet my friend Buji Rivera, because he'll be visiting the island soon, and you'll be working with him. Yeah. You know, so that's great. I'm so glad to hear that. So I'm going to give you a big hug, baby girl, and lots of visual kisses. And once this video is up, I will tag you. I will tag you with this video so you can share it with your followers. So have a gorgeous, beautiful weekend, my lovely young woman, girl, queen, beauty queen. I love you.
Thank you. Love you too, Rafa. You too.
And I'll see you later. Okay. Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.